Mariah, I love you, and I desperately need your help. Please don't abandon me like this.
So folks, just as of yesterday, it is being reported that Mariah Carey's mother, Patricia, and her sister, Allison, have passed away on the same day, which is an absolute coincidence, but also extremely heartbreaking. Allison passed away with complications with her organ functions in her home of Greene County at the age of 63. According to her friend Baker, he declines to share the cause of death, but he says it's related to Allison's organs and she's been in hospice care for some time.
Find a peace of mind I lost so long ago.
Baker going on to say, quote, "We knew it was coming," adding, "There was no signs that she couldn't go any further." Now, the crazy part of this story being Patricia also passing away on the same day at age 87.
Patricia says that from the day she married Mariah's father, who was part black and part Venezuelan, it was an uphill battle. What year was that?
1960.
A former opera singer and vocal coach of Irish American descent. No cause has yet to be made public for Patricia, but Mariah has been estranged from her mother Patricia and her sister Allison for years, not having any sort of contact between one another. Sources have been saying Allison has been struggling from drug addiction for years. Mariah tried supporting her emotionally and financially, but it wasn't enough to get Allison back on the straight and narrow.
I wouldn't have gone here if I hadn't been treated as an ATM machine with a wig on.
Through the years, Mariah has spent hundreds of thousands of dollars supporting Allison and her children.
Mariah paid to put you through drug rehab? Yes.
Now, Allison being a native of Huntington, Long Island, and had been living in Greene County for the last few years, back in 2015 in Long Island, she was actually the victim of a home invasion where an intruder struck her in the head with a baseball bat, causing brain injury and short-term memory loss. Struggling pretty hard over the last few years dealing with homelessness and substance use disorder. Also struggling pretty hard financially. Now, Mariah and her sister had problems for decades, mainly due to Allison's drug abuse.
I love my sister, and she's broken my heart so many times.
But back in 2020, Allison actually filed a $1.25 million lawsuit against her sister Mariah in the Supreme Court in Manhattan due to Mariah's 2020 autobiography, The Meaning of Mariah Carey. Mariah claiming that sister Allison drugged her at age 12, once gave her third-degree burns, and tried to recruit her to be a sex worker for a pimp. Now, of course, those are details between the sisters. We don't know what's real and what's not, but Allison has dealt in the past with drug addiction and a record of prostitution.
How did you get into prostitution?
Nobody wanted to hire me. I didn't have any experience doing anything.
And so, I mean, the whole thing kind of adds up that it might be the sister's fault.
Were you ever jealous of her?
Yes, of course. She was very popular. She had a lot of friends. I didn't have any friends.
Mariah even recently having an appearance on Oprah Winfrey's Apple TV Plus interview series, calling Allison troubled and traumatizing. Now, Mariah and her mother also didn't have a very great relationship with one another, claiming the relationship was anything but simple, saying our relationship is a prickly rope of pride, pain, shame, gratitude, jealousy, admiration, and disappointment. A complicated love tethers my heart to my mother's, but also going on to say that she did the best she could, speaking out to make an exclusive statement to people, saying my heart is broken that I've lost my mother this past weekend. Sadly, in a tragic turn of events, my sister lost her life on the same day. I feel blessed that I was able to spend the last week with my mom before she passed. I appreciate everyone's love and support and respect for my privacy during this impossible time. Now, of course, suffering so much pain in Mariah's childhood, she goes on to say, for my sanity and my peace of mind, my therapist encouraged me to literally rename and reframe my family. My mother became Pat to me. Morgan, my ex-brother, and Allison, my ex-sister, I had to stop expecting them to one day miraculously become the mommy, big brother, and big sister I fantasized about. I've emancipated myself from bondage several times, but there's a cloud of sadness that I suspect will always hang over me. Not because of my mother, but because of our complicated journey together. And to Pat, my mother, who through it all, I do believe actually did the best she could, I will love you the best I can, always. But unfortunately, she didn't really have too much to say about her sister. sister, going on to say, it was emotionally and physically safer for me not to have any contact with them. Whew. So that is just absolutely traumatizing, and I can't imagine what Mariah is going through right now, dealing with two of her immediate family members passing away, especially having complicated relationships with them, because not only are you losing your loved ones, but you're also losing like some of the demons in your life, some of the people that were pulling you down emotionally. So it's such a twisted turn of events. You don't know whether to be sad or to be happy about it. But anyway, folks, that is the news for today. Rest in peace to Allison and Patricia. Thank you guys so much for watching, and you guys know the drill. Ta-ta for now.